1047 The Drop. I am La Molly, just La Molly today, and I'm joined by Carrie McKee of Rocky Mountain Public Media to talk to us about a new initiative they just launched called Allies for Aging. Carrie, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit just about you. Who's Carrie?
Who's Carrie? Well, I'm a daughter. I'm a community member and leader. I love teenagers. They're my favorite.
Whoa.
I'm a big Drop fan. Listen almost every morning from Colorado Springs, where I live and work.
Love that. Awesome. So can you talk to us about what Allies for Aging is and what inspired Rocky Mountain Public Media to launch the initiative? And why is this the right moment to talk about Colorado's aging population?
Right. Well, all great questions. Most folks don't know that Colorado is the second fastest growing aging population in the country. And we really wanted to meet the moment with this initiative called Allies for Aging. It exists to empower our aging adult communities throughout the state to really thrive by having the resources, the opportunities, and the information that they need. We want to really reflect this 50-plus demographic because we want to be living our best lives at 50. I just turned 50 a couple years ago, and I definitely am living my best life. I think we sometimes put people who are 50 plus in a bucket. We think of them as older and struggling rather than, playing pickleball and golf and running marathons and really raising their children or the next generation, as well as continuing to explore, learn, travel. I mean, that's really what 50 plus can and should look like.
Yeah. So you mentioned that Colorado has the second fastest growing population of older folks. What unique challenges, but also opportunities does that create?
Well, I think what we find is that there will be more and more need for various services that support this this population. So whether it's aging in place, meaning staying in their homes, having important community and circles of friends and opportunities that are relevant to this age. Financial planning is really important, and healthcare is fundamental.
Yes.
So really knowing where to go, who to turn to when you need care, support. I know for me, my parents, my pop and my mom, they need some supports now. They're 80. They're in their 80s, and we want to make their life as quality as possible because they are amazing folks. And so caregiving in their case is critical.
It's like a unique situation, too, when you're talking about this population of 50 plus. Is like they're likely still caring for children and also thinking about and navigating caring for aging parents as well, and then their own aging.
Right.
So it's like coming at you from all sides.
That's what we call the sandwich generation. We are sandwiched with our parents and our children, and we're getting pulled in a lot of different directions.
Yeah, and I would imagine, so I've been navigating these conversations with my own mother, and accessing resources can feel like very overwhelming, and a lot of us don't know where to start. So how do you see Allies for Aging making it easier to find that trust and support?
Right. Well, at our website, rmpbs.org/Allies for Aging, you can find resources around all these different subjects. And we do webinars on a regular basis. In fact, we have a webinar coming up on October 22nd that's going to address complex family challenges and hard conversations that we want to have. It was a friend of mine recently, actually a colleague, who said, when you're turning 40 or when your parents are turning 70, allow that threshold to be a doorway into a conversation about what they want their life to look like. And then put the paperwork around that, whether that's advanced directives or powers of attorney, so that if an accident occurs or if you get a tough diagnosis, those things are already done.
Yeah.
And you can just navigate what's going on in the moment rather than trying to think about it all at one time.
Especially when you have so much like stress and maybe grieving on your shoulders, you don't want to have to think about what should I do.
Yes.
How do you hope that people will feel when they go to Allies for Aging and access the resources available to them?
Our hope is that they will see themselves or hear themselves in that initiative. And really, this initiative just started a few months ago. And so we're excited to take feedback from folks who are visiting the website, going to our events statewide, and engaging with their communities and sharing those resources. One of our best partners is called AgeWise, and you can find them on each of our tiles within Allies for Aging, because they do a great job of sharing what's in different counties and different cities throughout Colorado. The resources like Care Synergy that exists in Denver just take on a different name in Colorado Springs, like Pikes Peak Hospice and palliative care. So the resources exist, especially through entities like the Area Agency on Aging or the independent centers that are in every, corner of Colorado. But it's just getting the right names, the right contacts. We have a lot going on, so we don't need to waste time searching. And that's really, as a trusted resource for information, that's what we want Allies for Aging to be. At least that's an aspect of it.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed about the work that you're trying to do with Allies for Aging is that, yes, it's about connecting people to resources, which is so important, but it's also about storytelling.
Right.
And the importance of sharing stories of experience, but also like aging well, and that it doesn't all look like the thing that we created in our head when we were younger, right?
Right.
How can these stories change perceptions about what it means to grow older?
Well, ageism is a thing. And we want to tell the stories about individuals thriving. One of my favorite stories on our webpage you can find that is done by our multimedia journalists is about the senior games. And a lot of aging adults don't love the term senior, but really this is talking about people who are in their prime, in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, who are continuing to compete in a variety. I mean, we're not talking just pickleball and golf. We're talking marathons, we're talking volleyball, we're talking, some hard hitting type sports. And it's incredible to see folks living their best lives.
Yeah, it's not just you're stuck on the couch and your life is over once you hit 50.
I mean, obviously, there are going to get needs where we need walkers and wheelchairs. It's funny. I think we used to think of 50 plus like the Golden Girls, which I love the Golden Girls. But now 50 plus is really Sex in the City.
Yeah.
I mean, that's us. And, we're sexy and we're fun and we love to dance and we love to connect with people about, incredible opportunities that only now in our life are we getting to experience.
I love that. Okay, one more time, can you tell the people where they can find Allies for Aging resources and if you have any events coming up?
Right, yeah. So we can be found at rmpbs.org/Allies for Aging. And our next conversation and webinar is happening on October 22nd. And it's about, it's part of our virtual estate planning series. And it's about addressing complex family challenges, having those hard conversations. And what do you need to navigate those? So we'd love for folks to join us.
Yeah, so important. I know I'm dealing with that myself, so I can imagine there are lots of other people who are too. Carrie McKee, thank you so much for joining us today and talking about Allies for Aging.
Thanks for having me.